mga kapuso, thank you so much for sticking around. We're back inside the Philoil Eco Oil Center dito po sa lungsod ng San Juan para sa pagpapatuloy ng ating coverage of the NCAA Season 99 Women's Volleyball Tournament. You guys are here on the show. This is Game On with Martin Javier, Mr. Pure Business Anton Roxas, Coach Hammer, Martin Antonio. Gentlemen, we had two interesting games today. Grabe yun. Arellano Perpetual, Benilde Mapua.
Games with Final Four or step ladder semifinals implications. Coach Hammer and I were discussing it kaninang tanghali, and the big win for the Arellano Lady Chiefs. I feel like this was the win that will propel them back into the Final Four picture. For 8 straight years, they were in the Final Four, a title contender. They won 4 championships during that span of time and then fell out of the Final Four picture last season. This year, I feel like they have the lightest remaining schedule and they will make it back.
And sige, bago ko si Coach Hammer mag-chime in, set number 4? Wow, that was a dominant performance by the Arellano Lady Chiefs, and to do that against the mighty Perpetual Lady Altas, you know, that shows you how much they've improved and how much they are peaking and just tapping into their potential.
Parang nung sinabi mo yung mighty, may question mark na ako, no? Iniisip. Dahil they've been challenged today. We finally seen, might be one of the final forms ng AU for this season. They were able to unleash their bench. Ceballos really stepped up. Their middle blockers really played well. And yung defense nila was able to hold the fort. So alam natin that Arellano always had that middle control during their championship year. So antabayan na natin if ito na ba yung rotation dahil Laika Tudlasan finally unleashed.
Oo nga eh. You know, finally si Laika Tudlasan, you know, ito na yung old self niya from season 98 because she had such an excellent season. Excellent rookie season para kay Laika Tudlasan. Of course, she started season 99 with an injury that really slowed her down. She wasn't even, I think, part of the first few games for them. Not part of the first game. Nagbalik sa second game pero limitado yung kanyang galawan because of the injury, and now she has fully recovered from that. And 100% Laika Tudlasan na yung napapanood natin para sa Arellano Lady Chiefs. So, naging ma-action po ang naging linggo natin dito sa NCAA Season 99 of Volleyball. So let's take a quick look back at the games dito sa The Week in Review.
We are now past the halfway point of the elimination round. Nakita na natin kung sino ang mga llamado at dehado sa mainit na karera patungo sa Final Four. Kaya naman, balikan muna natin ang mga importanteng nangyari sa ikatlong linggo ng NCAA Season 99 Women's Volleyball. This is our Week in Review.
Stays in play. Backset para kay Nitura.
Last Friday, Letran swept JRU behind the 16 points of Judiel Nitura. Arellano also won via straight sets that day against San Beda. Moming Padillon had a stellar outing as she finished with 12 markers.
And the Arellano faithful Aldea single block picked up by the Lady Pirates.
On Saturday, LPU bested Perpetual in a rematch between the two teams that faced off in the step-ladder semis of Season 98. The Lady Pirates managed to emerge victoriously despite a career-high 35-point performance by the Lady Altas' reigning league MVP, Mary Rose Dapo.
Double again.
In the match that followed, Mapua dominated EAC in straight sets with impressive showings from Raisa Rica Blanca and Frey Garcia, who contributed 16 and 15 points respectively for the Lady Cardinals.
Rica Blanca with the stare down after that.
Backset, running hit.
Nung linggo naman, nagwagi ang Arellano laban sa San Sebastian pagkatapos ng 5 sets. Bumida para sa Lady Chiefs si Pauline de Guzman na gumawa ng 21 puntos.
And no one was there. You know, you'll be amazed with the Guzman.
Pagkatapos nun, nakipagtagisa ng galing ang dalawang unbeaten teams, Letran at Benilde. Pero sa dulo ng lahat, pinatunayan ng Lady Blazers na sila pa rin ang mga tunay na reyna ng NCAA Volleyball sa kanilang straight sets victory.
And that to me is The hard
Isa na namang 5-setter ang naganap noong Martes sa laban ng San Beda at Perpetual. Pero sa pagkakataong ito, nagtagumpay na ang Lady Altas sa tulong ng 26 points ni Shai Omipo.
Good diving para kay Shai.
Ngayon na pag-ano niya. Manalo. And that's what she is capable of.
Winalis naman ng Mapua ang JRU sa sumunod na laro.
Intention mag-volleyball as that quick works for Terek Manalo.
Finally, on Wednesday, LPU repelled a hard-fighting EAC squad in 4 sets despite dropping the first one.
Bumawi si Martin.
What a great play there by the best setter. Si Denise.
The air, Cloan sets it up for Wayland.
After that, Benil took care of business and dominated Arellano in straight sets behind the 13 points of sophomore team captain Jess Adoro.
Failed pancake para kay Tudlasan. Sayang.
And that, mga kapuso, were the notable developments that took place in Week 3 of NCAA Season 99 Women's Volleyball. Keep it right here on GTV for more highlights and updates from your new heroes of the game.
Week number 3 is in the books dito sa ating women's volleyball competition. We had surprising results as well. Saan kayo medyo talagang nagulat? Yung talagang, di natin na-expect yung resultang yan.
Yung back-to-back losses ng Letran. For me, they started off the season like a house on fire. That win against Arellano was very surprising. Did not see that coming. But these back-to-back losses made the race to the Final Four even more interesting. And that's why Coach Hammer and I, we were running down the remaining schedule of the 4 teams, Perpetual, Mapua, Letran, and Arellano in that race to the Final Four. And Marts, based on our analysis, our honest-to-goodness analysis, parang liamado yung Arellano at Letran. They look like they might finish 6-3, while Perpetual and Mapua might finish 5-4, barring any upsets.
Assuming lang kami ni Anton dahil pinag-uusapan namin yan kanina throughout the first game. Arellano has a more favorable route going to the Final Four dahil maganda yung buwelo nila kaya very important yung game kanina. Meanwhile, itong Perpetual Altas have a tougher road going into that Final Four. Maganda lang din dun sa Letran, nakapagpondar sila ng unang 3 panalo and then back-to-back malakas yung nakalaban nila, which is the Benil Lady Blazers and the Mapua Lady Cardinals.
Ganyan po maglalaro ang final week and a half ng elimination round dito sa Season 99. Again, I mentioned it at the tail end of the coverage earlier dun sa ating second game. Hanggang ngayon po, meron na tayo siguro 2 team na pwede na pumasok. Of course, Benil and LPU with 7-0, 6-0 records. But the 2 spots are still up for grabs para sa mga teams natin. We still have 4 teams that could compete for those 2 spots.
So Benil has won 36 straight matches, 36 straight matches, let me say that correctly, since before the pandemic. And LPU is off to their best start in NCAA history since joining the league as a guest team in 2011, 6-0. So, yung dalawang yon sigurado na to make it to the next round. Paglalabanan na lang ng Perpetual, Mapua, Letran at Arellano yung huling 2 pwesto.
Tikit-tikit pa sila. Kaya sobrang important kanina nung game, Arellano and Perpetual, because it would give them a tie when it comes to their scores, yung point system natin. Dahil magtatapat-tapat pa sila yung mga teams. And ang biggest wildcard dyan, yung LPU at saka Benil, makakatapat pa nung dalawang as of now, number 3 and number 4 natin.
And the reason why Perpetual has the toughest schedule is they still have Benil coming up next.
That's right. Yun ang importante that we should take note. But you saw the game earlier, Mapua versus Benil. Again, it is the Lady Bling streak here in the NCAA. It is up to 36 now. Bakit sinabi natin 36? Season 95, that was, that ended right before we went to the Final Four. 7-0 sila doon. 11-0, 11-0 for the past 2 seasons. So that's 22 wins plus 7, 29, 7-0 here, 36. Wow, this is math on live TV.
I gotta applaud you, brother, for doing that at the top of your head.
But ibang klase po yung domination dito. And Mapua tried earlier.
They almost
the
had
second
it.
set
They
was
almost
right
had it.
there.
Pero 5-0 run to end off that second set, taking care of business yung St. Benil Blazers, and ganun sila no matter what happens sa laro, they would go through their process and they would still go back to those players that have been delivering for them, which is Estoque and Dorog.
That's right. Estoque was a scoring machine today. 10 points in the opening set. Pinuha talaga itong Benilde Lady Blazers. 5 points in the second set. 4 points for a total of 19 in the match today in just 3 sets for Wewe Estoque. Ngayon naman po, sisilipin natin yung mga nangyari sa pinakaunang laban natin ngayong araw na to in the men's division. Okay, business as usual for the defending champions, the Perpetual Altas. Malakas po ang kanilang nakalaban dito in the Arellano Chiefs, but it still ended in 3 sets. These were close sets though, 25-19, 25-21, and 25-23.
Where are the highlights of the train?
Yeah.
Bring him out, bring him out. Kurt Roxas.
Condition. Tingnan natin ilang ni-score ni Kurt.
Naku, wala. Hindi naglaro.
Dami pa naman pinost sa social media.
Na-hype
Dami pa
niya
naman
na
mga highlights ni Kurt. Pero again, going back to their game, since last season, we were able to cover the Louie Ramirez show. Pero ngayon, mas malakas yung supporting cast niya. Mas distributed yung bola. Kaya pag titignan natin the past few games, pag pinapost ang ating social media site, iba-iba yung nagbe-best player din eh.
Yeah.
Kaya nabibigyan ng more chances. At yung mga scorers nila all throughout. I mean,
Yeah, we're seeing the highlights right now. Set number 1, it was Kel Medalla with 4 points. Ramirez also contributing 4. Set number 1.
Coach Hammer, it's still a Marapok and Ramirez show.
Yung pa rin yung pecking order nila pero mas maraming nai-involve ngayon.
Oh, 3 players may 9 points para sa Perpetual today. That's Tabuga, Medalla, and KC Andrade. Kaya hindi masyado masakit ang likod ni Kuya Louie natin.
Bumuhat eh.
Meron akong game. You know, I was able to watch one game wherein he had 27 points in 3 sets.
My goodness.
That's incredible.
Pero
Okay.
mamaya yung game at hand naman natin. Yung mga nag-warm up sa likod. Medyo 38 points, tas 22 points back-to-back games si Barbie San Andres. So, pero dito in this game, well distributed, Martin. Kanina, we were looking at the box score. Nabanggit niya 9 points. And luxury talaga for Perpetual to have multiple attackers and veteran and a very solid libero. Dahil yung libero nila si Pepito has been playing well since last season. So, mas madali for them.
One of the best in the country. Etong si Pepito. Set number 3 natin. Dito na kumamada si Louie Ramirez. But that time, nakita natin si Marapok pumuntos. Ramirez had 6 points in set number 3. At alam mong siya yung pinuntahan dito nito ni Enarciso para tapusin na yung laban against Arellano.
So with that win, Perpetual improved to 7-0. Arellano fell to 4-3. That match this morning was crucial. It had step-ladder semifinals or Final Four implications depending on what happens or what the Perpetual Altas does. It's like they are on a collision course with EAC right now.
This is similar to what's happening in the women's division. 7-0, 6-0, tapos 4-3. Well, 3-3, 2-4, Benil Blazers. O pwede pang pumasok dyan. Of course, Sanbeda Red Spikers. You know, these guys made it to the finals last year. Took Perpetual to a Game 3. So po pwede pa rin sila makapasok dyan. But I'm looking forward to that Perpetual and EAC matchup in the men's division. You mentioned on a collision course. That will also probably determine kung ano yung magiging kurso ng Final Four sa men's division natin. If it's gonna be a step ladder or, you know, a usual Final Four format for us here.
And that's why the final full week of volleyball is going to be very interesting dahil wala pang kasiguraduhan dito, Marts.
Yeah, wala pa nga. Sinong Marts? Yeah! Parehas Marts.
Sa akin nakatingin ko yung host of that. Pero, I mean, with two teams on both tournaments having 7-0, mukhang yung last day malalaman natin kung sino yung mag-a-advance to a step ladder Final Four.
Thank you, Hams.
Okay, so it's Marts and Hams. Okay.
Pahawak ako sa hamstring ko eh.
Okay mga kapuso, susunod po sisilipin natin ang pinaka-magaganda at maiinit na mga plays natin in the past week sa ating women's volleyball competition. Yan po ay sa ating pabalik dito sa Game On! You won a rookie MVP. I feel like this is the sweetest feeling for you, especially returning to the NCAA. Your thoughts on that? Kasi syempre, ikaw, alam ko, ang expectation mo sa sarili mo, mataas. Pero syempre, hindi mo naman i-goal na mag-rookie MVP. Ano naman yung mga feelings mo, thoughts mo about winning rookie MVP?
Yun, exactly. Every game, parang one game at a time yung mentality ko. So, pag good game ako sa etong game na to, parang it adds on until may nagsabi, you can win rookie MVP, you can win. So, parang when you reach to that point na i-awardan ka na, so mostly parang alam mo na. Kasi syempre madami nagsasabi sa'yo eh. And yun nga, may mga stats to prove it. So, sa landslide daw, sabi. So, yun, sobrang thankful and grateful din ako na yun, ganun tiwala sa akin ni Coach Randy.
I actually felt na Clint had a big chance for Defensive Player of the Year as well.
Yun nga itatanong ko eh. Parang, kasi parehas tayo, di ba napansin natin, you were league leader in steals and you were one of the better rebounding guards. And you had games that you had 2 shot blocks, a shot block. Na-surprise tayo nung awarding eh. Kasi I was expecting that you would be Defensive Player of the Year. Is it a part now of your off-season na, kasi at your grasp na yun, was it something that you are now working towards?
Oh, syempre, at that time, nakapanghinayang, syempre, only you want to do it. Si Raimi lang ba? Yung nakagawa nung 5 awards.
Hinakot niya.
Oo, hinakot. So, to be Filipino and 5'11" point guard, shooting guard is grabe yung achievement na yun. Especially being an example na you can do everything kahit in 5 under 6. So, yun. Yun pa rin. Focus ko pa rin, syempre, defense ko. And improving talaga, especially yan sa MPBL, ang daming veteran.
Back to the show, you guys are still watching your favorite sports and entertainment show. Now it's at the end of our 2 games on a Sunday. This is Game On. As promised, ito pag-uusapan. Papanoorin muna natin ang pinakamaiinit, pinakama-aksyong plays natin this past week in the NCAA Season 99 Women's Volleyball Competition.
What's up, volleyball fans? Presenting the 3rd edition of our awesome plays here in NCAA Season 99 Women's Volleyball.
Here's 3’s covered.
Starting the countdown at number 10. It's Letran's lefty setter, Nat Estrelier, reminding us that she's got a mean spike as well. Speaking of mean spikes, here's Mitch Gamit at number 9.
Classic impact.
Oh! Bam! You've gotta love the sound of that.
Oh!
How about some defense at number 8? Mapua freshman Freyan Garcia with a solid single block.
Freyan Garcia who got the kill block.
Ito naman ang kakampi ni Frey sa number 7. Raisa Rica Blanca.
Wow.
Nagpakawala ng isa na namang mainit na cross-court hit. Ipasa natin sa setter sa number 6.
Oh! Good play by Ann Formento.
Angeline Formento with the classic drop ball. This trick never gets old.
Oh!
Sa rookie naman tayo dito sa number 5. Angel Habacon ng San Beda.
Makita natin nung walang tumalon, walang sumabay. Easy point, easy drop goal para kay Habacon.
Matapang na hinarap ang mga matatangkad na blockers ng Binil. At number 4, one of the deadliest spikers in the league.
Formento, back to Almazan. And Almazan breaks down the wall.
Kath Almazan goes through the blockers to win the set for EAC. EAC may have won that set, But Letran had an answer at number 3.
Nitura against 3 blockers.
The stare-down queen, Judiel Nitura, claps back at no less than 3 EAC blockers.
Isa, dalawa, tatlo. Sumabay pa kayo.
Malayo pa ang Pasko, pero may regalo na para sa atin dito sa number 2.
Oh, still good.
Oh, wow. Down by a
It's perpetual team captain Razel Aldea with the easiest point of the season. Thank you. Next. At para sa ating number 1 play, it's the beach volleyball queens at work.
Makila. Hindi mo siya mapipigilan.
Lara May Silva with the amazing save that eventually leads to the kill by her partner, Gia Makilang. And those were our awesome plays. See you again next time. There will surely be a lot more from our new heroes of the game in NCAA Season 99.
The Letran Lady Knights ruling our awesome plays of the week. Taking the number 1 spot, Lara May Silva. I think she's number 1 in taking and receiving this season. Stellar year for our beach volleyball queen. That was a setup for her kawan-2. Ito si rookie nila na si Gia Makilang. All right.
For the past 2 weeks, Makilang has been taking the top spot, but this time she shares it with Lara May Silva. But I'm a little bit concerned with the Letran Lady Knights, but looking at their schedule, they've got LPU, San Beda, and San Sebastian. May hirap na laban yan. You have a LPU team to deal with, and then of course, San Beda side with Angel Habacon, and then a San Sebastian side that has Kat Santos and Tina Marasigan. This is a challenge for Coach Oliver Almadro, but I'm sure they are preparing hard for it.
Can we just say, kahit ganun yung record ng San Sebastian, pag nakikita natin yung mga laban nila, nakikipagsabayan sila
Dikit talaga.
sa mga malalakas na teams.
Doon sila sa dulo bumibigay yung strong finish na lang dahil sa sobrang taas ng work rate ni Marasigan tsaka ni Santos, pagdating ng 3rd and 4th set, medyo lumalaylay na rin yung performance. So, everybody needs to step up for their squad. And hindi lang yun kahit dun sa mga ibang squads, nakikita natin na yung mga teams na mas maraming pyesa, mas maraming step up, yun yung nakakatawid ng panalo.
Okay. So, yan po mga kapuso ang sitwasyon ngayon sa NCAA Season 99 right after our awesome plays of the week. Ito naman, a light segment. This has been played by our analysts, by the way, in post-coverage. This or that this time with Miss Aliana Faustino kasama ang Lady Cardinals.
Kasama ko ngayon ang team captain and middle blocker ng Mapua Lady Cardinals na si 3’s Angeli Tere Manalo para sa Game 1 edition ng This or That. Now you have 1 minute to answer these questions. Are you ready? Ready. Your timer starts now. Time in or time out?
Time out.
Game on or game off?
Game on.
Cross court or down the line?
Cross court.
Service error or service charge?
Service error.
Ibablock mo sa court o ibablock mo sa social media?
Ibablock ko sa court.
Stare up o stare down?
Stare down.
Paano ka mag-stare down?
Wala, hindi ako nag-stare down.
Good girl. Your go-to move sa court?
Ganun.
Your go-to move sa life?
Matulog.
Ano mas type mo? Sporty o nerdy type?
Sporty.
Volleyball o basketball player?
Volleyball.
Chinito o moreno?
Moreno.
Artistang kamukha mo?
Wala ako pa bro. Sobrang kapal ko naman sasabihin. Catherine.
Your volleyball idol?
Eliza Valdez.
Best player o best lover?
Best player.
Sa team, sino ang pinakakikay?
Rebu.
Sa team, sino ang heartthrob?
Roxy.
Sa team, sino ang nag-extra practice?
Parang halos lahat naman sila.
Sa team, sino ang paborito ni Coach pagalitan?
Mga matatanda. Kami.
Most likely mag-pro?
Ate Bob siguro. Pag-graduate na po kasi.
Complete the sentence. NCAA volleyball player ako, of course.
Of course. Abangan nyo kami.
You have 1 minute to answer these questions. Are you ready?
Yes.
Your timer starts now. Time in or time out?
Time out.
Game on or game off?
Game on.
Cross court or down the line?
Cross court.
Service error or service charge?
Service charge.
Ibablock mo sa court o ibablock mo sa social media?
Siyempre sa court.
Stare up o stare down?
Stare down.
Paano ka nga mag-stare down? Your go-to move sa court?
Block.
Your go-to move sa life?
Arky lang. Drawing.
Ano mas type mo? Sporty or dirty type?
Sporty.
Volleyball player or basketball player?
Volleyball, siyempre.
Chinito o moreno?
Chinito?
Your showbiz crush?
None.
Artistang kamukha mo?
I'm not sure. Wala naman.
Your volleyball idol?
Kiana D.
Best player o best lover?
Best player.
Sa team, sino ang pinakakikay?
Rebu.
Sa team, sino ang heartthrob?
Raisa.
Sa team, sino ang nag-extra practice?
Si Ate Tara.
Sa team, sino ang paborito ni Coach Pagalitan?
Rebu.
Sino sa teammates mo ang most likely mag-pro?
Ate Tara.
Complete the sentence. NCAA volleyball player ako. Of course.
Of course, masipag ako.
You have 1 minute to answer these questions. Are you ready?
Yes.
Your timer starts now. Time in or time out?
Time in.
Game on or game off?
Game on.
Cross court or down the line?
Cross court.
Service error or service charge?
Service error.
Ibablock mo sa court o ibablock mo sa social media?
Ibablock sa court.
Stare up o stare down?
Stare down.
Paano ka nga mag-stare down? Your go-to move sa court?
Ganon.
Your go-to move sa life?
Ganon.
Ano mas type mo? Sporty o nerdy type?
Sporty.
Volleyball o basketball player?
Volleyball.
Chinito o moreno?
Chinito.
Your showbiz crush?
David Licauco.
Your volleyball idol?
Louis Romero.
Best player o best lover?
Best player.
Sa team mo, sino ang pinakakikay?
Rebu.
Sa,
Rebustas.
sa team, sino ang heartthrob?
Roxas de la Cruz.
Sa team, sino ang nag-extra practice?
Lahat Halos
Wow. Sa team, sino ang paborito ni Coach Pagalitan?
Aliana Ong. Roxas.
Sa team, sino ang most likely mag-pro?
Aliana Ong.
Now, complete this sentence. NCAA volleyball player ako. Of course.
Of course. Mautak ako.
Wow.
This or that with the Mapua Lady Cardinals. Kasama po ang ating courtside reporter na si Aliana Faustino. At dahil po, it's become a tradition here in our coverage. Natatanungin natin, Anton, yung mga analysts natin.
Gusto ko yung nag-iisip kayo kanina
Kung this or that. O sige, Anton. Alam ko hindi mo to nagawa kanina kay Coach Hammer.
Pass.
Anong i-this or that mo kay Coach Hammer?
Pass.
Hindi, madali lang. Okay, meron ako.
Oh yeah, you computed the streak of Binil on the fly, Martin. So
Patay tayo dyan, Matt.
Hindi, ito. Sige, papapiliin lang kita ng posisyon. Middle blocker o opposite?
Middle.
Ah,
Kasi
bakit?
matangkad Mas
Ah,
madali
okay.
mong mag-block.
Okay.
Sam Ekwe o Yusuf Aljamal?
Sam Egwe. Love you, Sam.
Wow!
Sam.
Wow!
Bro.
Okay.
Bro. Oh.
Oh.
Sige.
Ano maisip kayo? Dalawa ba?
May naisip ako. Sige.
Okay.
Sige,
Sige.
alternate.
Okay. O, sige. Ano ba? Sanbeda? Or, syempre, sure alam mo na to Family or basketball?
Family. Family.
Nash Racela or Koy Banal?
Coach Nash Racela.
No!
Yes,
Wow.
Coach Nash.
Coach Koy would be so mad right
No,
now.
of
I
course
remember when I first met Coach Koy, I told him, Coach, kasama ko si Martin Antonio. Sabi niya, wala akong problema sa batang yon.
Wala naman ako coach na may problema sa akin.
I somehow do not believe that.
Kailangan pa nating ungkatin yan. Okay. Dahil natuwa kami masyado sa this or that, patuloy natin yan. Ito naman, this or that with the defending champions, the Lady Blazers with Liza Nieves.
Kasama ko po ngayon si Jessa Dorog, ang opposite hitter at team captain ng Benilde Lady Blazers para sa Game On edition of This or That. You have 1 minute to answer these questions and your timer starts now. Time in or time out?
Time in.
Game on or game off?
Game on, of course.
Cross court or down the line?
Down the line.
Service error or service charge?
Service error na lang.
Ibablock mo sa court or ibablock mo sa social media?
Ibablock sa court.
Stare up or stare down?
Stare down.
Paano ka mag-stare down?
Ayo.
What is your go-to move sa court?
Sa receive po ako.
Anong go-to move sa life?
I don't know. Skip na lang.
Ano mas type mo? Yung sporty or nerdy?
Sporty, of course.
Volleyball or basketball player?
Basketball na lang.
Chinito o moreno?
Moreno.
Your showbiz crush?
Girl siya. Si...
Artistang kamukha mo?
Wow. Sabi nila si Barbie Forteza.
Oh my God! Your volleyball idol?
Ate ko po, Justin Dorog.
Oh, and best player or best lover?
Best player na.
Sa team, sino ang pinakakikay?
Sa Tiklo.
Sino naman ang heartthrob?
Si Micah Go.
Sino yung nag-extra practice?
Usually, si Pyong po.
And sino naman ang paborito ni Coach Pagalitan?
Si Ate Jane.
Sino yung most likely na magpo-pro?
Lahat naman po kami.
Okay, and complete the sentence. NCAA volleyball player ako, of course.
Of course, kuko din po namin yung championship this season.
Okay, thank you so much. You have 1 minute to answer these questions and your timer starts now. Time in or time out?
Time in.
Game on or game off?
Game on.
Cross court or down the line?
Down the line.
Service error or service charge?
Service error.
Ibablock mo sa court or ibablock mo sa social media?
Ibablock sa court.
Stare up or stare down?
Stare down.
Paano ka mag-stare down? Your go-to move sa court?
Block.
Block. And your go-to move sa life?
Tulog. Kumain.
Tulog at kumain. Ano naman yung type mo? Yung sporty or yung nerdy?
Sporty.
Sporty. Volleyball or basketball player?
Wala.
Chinito o moreno?
Moreno.
Your showbiz crush?
Wala.
Artistang kamukha mo?
Wala, hindi ko alam.
Wala. Volleyball idol?
Jojo Santiago.
Best player or best lover?
Best player.
Sa team, sino ang pinakakikay?
Cloan Mondoñedo.
Sino naman ang heartthrob?
Gail.
Sino naman yung nag-extra practice?
Pyong.
Sino yung paborito ni Coach Pagalitan?
Siyempre, si Wewe.
Sino yung most likely na magpo-pro?
Lahat kami.
Lahat. And complete this sentence, NCAA volleyball player ako, of course.
Of course, wala akong receipt.
Okay, thank you so much. You have 1 minute to answer these questions and your timer starts now. Time in or time out?
Time out.
Game on or game off?
Game on.
Cross court or down the line?
Down the line.
Service error or service charge?
Service charge.
Ibablock mo sa court or ibablock mo sa social media?
Ibablock social media.
Stare up or stare down?
Stare down.
Paano ka mag-stare down? Oh, okay. Your go-to move sa court?
Wala po.
Go-to move sa life naman?
Wala po.
Anong mas type mo? Yung sporty or nerdy?
Sporty.
Volleyball or basketball player?
Ako, volleyball.
Volleyball. Chinito o moreno?
Moreno.
Showbiz crush?
Wala po.
Volleyball idol?
Si Gail.
Si Gail. Best player or best lover?
Best player.
Sa team, sino ang pinakakikay?
Cloan.
Sino ang heartthrob?
Si Pyong.
Sino yung nag-extra practice?
Si Pyong.
Sino yung paborito ni Coach Pagalitan?
Si Mitch.
Sino yung most likely na magpo-pro?
Sila po lahat.
Complete the sentence. NCAA volleyball player ako, of course.
Kasi nag-aaral ako sa Binyud.
Okay, thank you so much.
This or that na may konting laglagan para dito sa Benilde Lady Blazers. Siyempre, o di ba, pipili sila mga teammates doon. Tapos na ba tayo mag-this or that kay Hammer?
Okay na.
Okay na ba?
Okay na.
Sige, next week ulit.
Borgie Hermida o Chico Terona?
We are not yet done.
Both tayo.
Pong Escobal. Pong Escobal. Best friend ko yun.
Okay, sige. Pili nga tayo sa mga San Beda players. Jacob Cortez or Yukian Andrade?
Yukian.
Wow.
For me. Kasi close talaga kami ni Yukian.
Yukian or Inigo Torres?
Yukian. Nirecruit yung
Nako!
Bata mo yun eh!
Kung nanonood ka ngayon, Inigo, I understand the disappointment.
Stefan Steinel or Yukian?
Alam mo kung sino pipiliin ko?
The big boy, Stefan.
Binalik si Stefan Steiner.
May playing years pa doon.
Classic name yun, ha?
Favorite ni Hammer sa season 97.
Fighter eh.
Mr. Energy yun eh, sa JRU. Okay. So that's this or that with Coach Hammer, Martin Antonio. Okay, pero ito po, yung susunod natin na player na ito feature. She has been balling out for the LPU Lady Pirates. And she is leading, one of the leaders netong LPU Lady Pirates, and one of the reasons as well why they are 6-0 right now in the competition. This is Jonah Dolorito as our power player of the week.
But only one blocker from ICU.
One team that hasn't been talked about that much this season is LPU.
Nation lang talaga.
With much of the storylines revolving around the three-peat-seeking Benilde Lady Blazers and the much-improved Letran Lady Knights under new head coach Oliver Almadro, the Lady Pirates have quietly flown under the radar.
Joan Duguna in our back-to-back best setter.
Buzon setting it up.
But now that they've won 4 straight matches and are one of 2 remaining teams that hold an immaculate record,
The 7th player this season.
the spotlight is back on last year's silver
Back
medalists.
row.
Leading the LPU attack is third-year open spiker Jonah Dolorito.
Malakas yung palo ni Jonah Dolorito.
She's one of the most powerful hitters in the NCAA, and that power was in full display against the Arellano Lady Chiefs.
That's one of the best plays I've seen so far para dito sa LPU.
In LPU's highly anticipated stepladder semis rematch against Perpetual,
Dolorito targeting the hands of the blockers.
the Lady Altas fell victim to the might of Dolorito as she dropped 19 points in the Lady Pirates win.
Jonah Dolorito coming from out of nowhere. She was ready and there were no blockers.
Averaging 17 points per match for a team that is poised to make another run at the title, Jonah Dolorito of the LPU Lady Pirates is our NCAA Power Player of the Week.
Jonah Dolorito, who now averages 15.7 points per match this season, has a total of 94 points, 16 points nung huli nilang laban para dito sa LPU Lady Pirates. And again, she has been showing the way. Usually it's Joan Duguna. Nagahalinhinan to. Pero in recent games, Dolorito has been on fire.
Dolorito is the definition of power hitter. Tuwing pumapalo to, ramdam mo yung bigat eh. She's kind of like Laika Tudlasan in a way. That's why Coach Hammer and I earlier were so happy to see Laika go back to her season 98 form and just in time for Arellano's push to the stepladder semifinals if ever ganon ang magiging sitwasyon natin. It's like Arellano pill and moved on and the effects were permanent. I feel like that's what happened dito sa kupunan ni Coach Obet Javier.
Love that. Love that.
Forget him pill eh. Kanina.
Sige, pwede ka rin mag-blue pill, red
Pero,
pill.
when it comes to wing attackers, open and opposite attackers, kayo na pinag-uusapan natin, Anton, who's the best 1-2 punch? Diba? Yung combo. I mean, LPU has 2 in Duguno and ito nga si Dolorito who really picked up her game. Lalong-lalo na ngayong stretch run. And nakita natin kanina, Arellano has, Perpetual has, yung St. Benilde has a whole lot of them. A whole lot of them.
I'd argue though that LPU has a 3-headed dragon in Duguna, Dolorito, and number 1 in terms of efficiency right now is Jaja Tulang. So, eto talaga na, kaya grabe yung firepower. Dagdag mo pa si Heart Bio sa gitna para sa kanila and Hiromi Osada. Pero tinanong ko nung isang araw si Dolorito kasi meron siyang tape dito. Sabi ko, may injury ka ba? May wrist injury ka ba? Sabi niya, opo, sumasakit po. Sabi ko, ganun yung palo mo kanina, sumasakit pa yung wrist mo. Opo kasi napupuwersa daw sa digging yata na overextend.
Martz, I love that you brought that up because I feel that Jaja Tulang has been slept on.
Yeah.
We were raving about her since her first match in season 97 when we were covering the games at Paco, but recently, she hasn't been talked about much. But yeah, you're right. She's been very efficient.
Very efficient. At saka siya na yung pangatlong option ngayon. So, bukas na yung yung view niya sa net.
Exactly.
Hindi siya nababantayan.
Yung perfect word to summarize how LPU has been attacking this season is efficiency.
Yeah.
Kasi mas familiar na sila. Their setter has been distributing the ball really well.
Yeah.
I mean, back-to-back best setters naman si Mingming Fuzon. But
Dennis, yeah.
at the end of the day, their efficiency on both offense and defense mas tumaas compared to their final season last year. So, nakikita natin na medyo malayo sila from the number 3 team.
That's right. Mingming, Fuzon. Sikat eh. Ang ganda rin ng change sa system nito ni Coach Cromwell. We can go on and on about the improvement and the changes on LPU's side. And again, encouraging start for them 6-0 here in the season. Pero tutungo po tayo sa extension ng ating favorite sports and entertainment show. The Game On Podcast, episode 3 is now up. It's on Apple, Spotify, GMA News, Facebook, and YouTube. And our special guest, this was a fun conversation with our national athlete and SEA Games medalist, Agatha Wong.
I'm trying to think about what my biggest takeaway from that interview was, which I was watching on YouTube last night. And all I can think of right now is that I hope one day that special man comes into Agatha's life holding on to those VIP tickets to a Taylor Swift concert.
Wow. Okay.
Why not?
Ang dami natin na pag-usapan dun, ha?
Yun talaga eh. Yun yung ano eh.
Yeah, game tomorrow. It's gonna be on GTV San Beda kontra Perpetual. Abangan niyo po yan, mga kapuso. That's a fire matchup. Fire. Kasi katulad mo sinasabi ng Gen Z ngayon, a fire matchup at this point of the competition. And then on Tuesday, ito naman po, 2:30 p.m., it's gonna be San Sebastian versus EAC. Both teams looking for their very first win of the season. So, isa po dyan, finally, makaka-break in na sa ating win column. Gentlemen, final words before we close it out. This or that? Sige, go.
This or that, video streams on YouTube and Facebook. Ang Game On Podcast nandiyan dyan. Apple and Spotify for the audio. Pag habang nag-drive kayo, catch it. Maganda yung interview namin kay Agatha.
Okay.
What he said.
Yeah, there you go. Mga kapuso, maraming salamat sa inyong pagtutok dito sa inyong paboritong sports and entertainment show. This has been Game On!